you're welcome to Tea with Blinks Talk Show, and I still remain your same old Blinks Monday. And with me in the studio today we have
Glory Russell.
I'm Mr. Russell, yeah.
Yeah, thank you for joining us today.
Our pleasure.
Yeah. Okay. So just in case today is your first time of coming across our videos, Tea with Blinks is a variety talk show that touches on all aspects of life, career-wise, relationship, marriage, divorce, and any other heated topics going on around us today. And please do well to subscribe in case you've not done that. Subscribe, follow us on our page, our Facebook page, YouTube page, TikTok, and Instagram page at Tea with Blinks Talk Show. And today we'll be talking about relationship challenges, marriage challenges. What are those challenges that married couples face and how can they handle it? Because usually when you have a problem and you don't tackle that problem, it escalates, it becomes a bigger problem, thereby leading to divorce or separation. So we're going to be giving out some little tips on how we can avoid separation in the future or avoid challenges. Should I even say avoid? Or handle, how can I handle challenges?
Or
Because
prevent.
yeah, because you can't really avoid challenges in marriage, but you
Exactly.
just shall know how to
Okay,
handle
manage.
it. Yeah,
Manage it.
yes, not to get out of hand. So when it comes to marriage challenges, I think we all know about, we all have some couples of challenges in marriages, such as intimacy, lack of intimacy,
Financial problems.
yeah, and all.
Communication.
Thank you. So we'll just be touching on all aspects and see ways we can curtail those challenges. So when we talk about communication problems, communication is very vital in marriages, even in our day-to-day life, because if you are going out, you don't communicate with your Uber driver where you are going to, or what and what you'll be doing along the road. He won't know, and before you know it, it turns to a problem. So imagine being in a marriage that doesn't have communication.
Yeah, that would be a very sad environment to live in.
Of course.
Yeah, imagine being in the same room with your partner, and you are unable to have normal casual communication outside the regular what are we eating, or outside the regular your food is ready, or I'm going out. That will really put a strain on the marriage. So communication in marriage is a very vital role in making marriage to be stronger, because by so doing, couples will be able to communicate their feelings, they'll be able to communicate their challenges, and also they'll be able to communicate their wants
Yeah,
in the marriage.
most at times couples feel that communication is not important. Probably when you start communicating, your husband will think you are nagging, thereby pushing those problems aside. The more you push those problems aside, the more it builds up, the more it piles up,
and lead to silent treatment, which
yeah,
is a very
dangerous attitude in marriage. So
exactly.
please, wives out there, even the husbands too, need to know how to communicate to your partners, because without this proper communication, you see those that intimate moment won't be there, because once that silent treatment enters, you won't even feel the presence of your partner in the house, and it won't even go down well at the end of the day. That's why it will now lead to separation. So in order for us to avoid lack of communication in the house, we just need to, whatever your partner is doing to you, just table it out in a loving way, in a kind and loving way.
Yes,
Probably
without
shouting,
holding that like I
issue.
said, lack of that communication always lead to silent treatment, and
Mm-hmm.
that silent treatment causes a breach. If it's in couples who are not able to resolve matters amicably within set time, before you know, that silent treatment makes couples just turn to roommates, so to speak, instead of couples.
Yeah, and truly, like I said, since communication is a success of any journey you want to take. Just imagine a couple, they don't talk, they don't relax to express themselves. That would be a very hard place to stay. The serenity will not be conducive.
Conducive.
So it's important that if you have an issue, there are ways to do it. In fact, even the Bible gives us an instance that there's time, appointed time for everything. So there are times you lay your complaint and talk to your mate. This is it, this is it. You work on it. That communication will help the mate. They will grow more better in their relationship.
So imagine you just newly got married and there was no children yet, and you already start building that communication barrier. So imagine when you now bring up children in that atmosphere, how will it be?
It will really be a divided household.
Home, because the child won't even know what love is to start off. Growing up, he'll not he's going to grow up in a loveless household, thereby lacking that love to even give to others around him. So please, let's try to communicate. As you're having that issue, look for a convenient time when both of you are in a good mood, discuss about it, hear this person and reason for doing what he did or for doing what she did, and look for common ground, common ways to come to compromise regarding that issue. It's not only one person that needs to make compromise in marriages. No, both parties need to look for common ground and common ways for them to come to a conclusion and a better way of handling that matter going forward. So that one, and we also have lack of
Lack of
intimacy.
intimacy, yeah.
Yeah. So sometimes some couples after marriage they'll just be like, we're already married. I don't have time for sex. I'm tired. I want to sleep. I've been working all day. It continues like that. Day turns to weeks. From weeks, it gets to months.
Yes,
And before you know it,
is the fact. You know, we cannot deny the fact that couples now in the environment or the the society we find ourselves, we see that the economic hardship has doubled and tripled.
Yeah.
So this makes both couples to go out to hustle for the family, and getting back home, definitely realistically you know that the body will need rest.
of
So
course,
in such situation, the other couple should not undermine the fact that the spouse have said he or she is tired. She has to respect that boundary. But in the aspect of respecting the boundary, I also want to bring it to the table that the couple should also put it at the back of the mind of his or her mind that yes, sex is important to keep the family going. So just as your hustle is important to provide financial assistance to the family, I also believe that the sexual life also should be of utmost importance to keep the family going. And I've come to understand that the men are more sexual than most of their wives.
more sexually
Yes,
active.
most sexually active. I'm not undermining that they are sexually active women, but in many cases in marriages, we find out that the men are always more active sexually. So, what can the men do? What can the men do? I think I'll be throwing this question to Mr. Russell here. What can the men do to
Help their
help their
wives be
wives
in
so
that
that
mood.
they'll be in that mood? Okay?
So let's hear you.
Well, actually, for a man to put his wife in a mood of intimacy, must have a serenity that is conducive. Must have a serenity that is conducive, and you must also show your passionate and affection to your wife. When you notice your wife's system is changing, you need to understand your wife very well and know areas you can stimulate his desire for such things. You don't just get rushed to sex and start.
So what are some of those areas now? Like
That is
what?
the areas I want to
Yes,
know.
it's
What
the
are
areas we
those
want to
areas?
know. Yes, now it's not by mouth now.
Like,
You want
what are
to,
those
what will
things,
you
Mr.
do?
Russell? Because you are married. So what are those? What do
What are
you do
those
to
things
put your
you
wife in
do?
the mood? Let's hear it.
I have come for that one like this. I don't
You don't know what you do for your
Ah,
wife. Make she
I
I
dey
don't
don't
mood.
know.
know.
So your wife will come back tired, the home, there's no food, she's hungry, she has not eaten, and you want to come and have sex. I don't understand. How is that going
How
to
do
be
you do
possible?
it? That's what I want to know. How do you do it? Because men have to learn. There are some men out there that don't even know what to do. They'll just be like, oh yeah, lie
Well,
down, pull
yeah,
your claw,
well,
open leg.
my
Do you
secret,
get?
my secret to
Mm-hmm.
what I usually do to
Yeah.
attract my wife to intimacy, I keep the home very neat and clean, do some kind things. Then when it comes, I try to pamper her romantically, and before you know, we'll have an intimacy. So you have to make a place conducive for your wife. Like me, I usually make my place clean, arrange some of these things, sometimes wash his clothes and all that. So these kind of things make her fall for me.
Yeah, well, that's true. I am always happy when the home is clean. My husband cleans the home and stuff and that. So, what's next? I would want prepare food. I cannot be hungry and be doing anything.
Well,
I need
And
food.
we can also do, you
Food.
can also do like a little candlelight setting. Tidy the bed, pour roses on the bed,
Are you hearing?
off the lights, put your candles. If you can't get scented candles, you can still use the bulb, but get probably blue bulb that is dark to just lit the room a bit, play some cool music in the background. With that, there's no how your partners won't be in that mood, because many a times couples really tend to ignore intimacy, and intimacy goes a long way. Because I also have a caller that came to my DM and said his wife, like, they are growing apart. He was asking if sex is really important in marriage, and I said yes.
Very important.
Yeah, but some partners seems to forget that sex in marriage brings couples closer, and it
You
builds
band them
trust.
together.
Yeah, and it builds trust, because when you're intimate sexually, you also build this level of trust with your partner, and there's a silent communication that goes on between the both of you. So, and without that, the person is already falling out of love with the wife.
It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that is a serious problem. So that's what we're still trying to work on, and that's why I decided to come up with this topic, because many people out there have all these challenges in marriage, but at the same time, they still don't know how to tackle it. So please, intimacy in marriage is very, very important, 100% important, no caps. So when you see that your partner is in the mood, don't just demand it, but rather do it in a softer and loving
Appeal to
way.
it
Yeah,
in a way that
so that your partner can also feel the vibes, the
Yeah,
urge,
very
and
true.
the pleasure running through his or her stomach and head and body. So
Exactly. And also, men should also understand that the build up of the male organ and the female organ, how they respond to sexual urge are different. Why for the male is faster, the women takes time
to
to
build
come
that
to
mood.
build up
Yeah.
to have the sexual urge. So the men should be patient.
Let me give
They
you
have
guys
to be
one
patient.
tip. Let me give you one tip. So just in case you're a man here, and you're already like, okay, your head, you feel like, man, today is the deal, and you turn and you look at your wife is feeling reluctant throughout the day. You need to start spicing up things from that morning. Take her shopping. She mustn't buy expensive things. Just take her shopping. Like, okay, babe, let's go to this store. Let us pick one or two things. Pick perfume for her. Pick a nightgown. Like, get a new set of nightgown, perfumes, body spray. Just all those little things that ladies like, including flowers, teddy bear, depending on what your wife wants or what she likes. Then when you get home, enter the kitchen, prepare food. Just be making her be in the mood. Just be telling her, I remember when we were still dating. When you visit or when I visit, there's this chemistry we have. Even when we just look at ourselves, I just felt like we should start building that connection again. Just be giving her tips so that by the time it gets tonight, when the real deal wants to go down, she's already in the mood, because of
Of
all those
course.
little things you were doing during the day. Don't just assume because you are the man, you're in the mood,
That
automatically she should also
also
be
be
in the
ready.
mood. No, ladies body work differently. So please, men out there, try and learn how to make your wife be in a mood of intimacy with you. Okay, so we also have financial problem. You guys think financial problem is not a big challenge in marriage,
It's
but
a very big challenge.
Very,
it
very
goes
big one.
way beyond communication.
Very, very big.
In fact, there's one saying I came across. It said, if a woman says, I'm going to manage with you, don't think she's going to manage with you for more than 10 years or 2 years. She's just telling you for the initial stage. She's trying to tell you that she's going to be with you, she's going to manage with you, but you should also get your head straight and get in the business.
Get
Hustle.
moving,
Get
get moving.
Yes, a sensible lady sees a responsible man, a hardworking man, and she wants to settle with him. She's actually not looking at the initial, what she's seeing at the moment. She's seeing building a future. She's looking ahead. She's saying that you have potentials to bring in. So you don't just go and relax and feel that, okay, she said she's going to manage with me. Mark my words, she's going to give you stress. She's going to give you hell.
And
You're
you
going
now,
to,
and
you're
that's when
going
you
to
start
get it
thinking that
hot.
probably she's nagging. That is not nagging,
No.
because already she knew you had the potential. So don't just relax and said, yeah, now we are married, I mustn't bring she should also hustle. She's hustling quite all right. Ladies are hustlers now. Like 100% of ladies are out there making money, making ends meet.
Of
So
course.
finances is a big challenge in the problem. So please, couples, men, ladies, the ladies, let me come to you. Don't wait for your husband to bring 100% of the money, because now you're in this together. This is your family. You need
Yes.
to build it.
You need to build
This
it.
is your own family. It's not your parents' family again. Like I said, my mom is there, my dad is there. No, this is your family. So you and your husband need to come together, bring money, think of what you need, build a future together. If you want to build
Definitely.
if you want to build an empire, it's something you do collectively. If there are children in the picture, don't just say, oh, my husband needs to pay the school fees. Take the initiative, pay the school fees. You might not tell him you've paid the school fees. You might not
Definitely.
tell him. Just keep it within you, but be telling him, babe, we need to pay the student school fees. It's time. Their school fees is due. Collect the
Exactly.
money, replace from the one you carry. That's not the right time for you to now start fighting your husband, saying he must pay the school fees. The time is the children are being sent out from school. No, because you are the mother of those kids, and it's also embarrassing for your child to be sent out of school.
And something that is also very important before going into marriage. Yes, you hear statements like love is blind. Financial problem will open your eyes. That love that is blinding you, financial problem will open that eye.
And
So
you'll be shocked to see what you are capable of doing when you lack
Exactly.
finances in the marriage.
Exactly. So before going into marriage, I advise young ladies, even matured ladies, whichever age range you are, to get something going for yourself already.
Before
You should be
settling
stable
down,
to
before
some
getting
extent.
married.
Don't feel that, yes, because the man should provide, that is his responsibility, that is what he should be doing, that is what he should or is required to do. Then you feel so relaxed that you have nothing going on for yourself, you have nothing to write home about for yourself. No, that's not the economic situations we are living
Because
in
when you
now.
also have something going on for yourself, you will also have your self-respect. Like you have value, you bring value to the relationship. Forget all this one they are saying,
Definitely.
what are you bringing to the table? They might be seeing it that way to tease you, or and you might be feeling bad that men are asking what will you bring to the table. But at the end of the day, we all still need to bring something to the table, because this is a future you want to build
Very
with
true.
your
Very true.
partner.
And it's very important too that this financial matter you discuss as a couple. Plan your future together according to your income you have.
Of
Now,
course,
if,
very
if your husband
important.
is having 70% income, you're having 30, you strategize. This one goes here, this one goes here. You put it together, sit down, plan it. And when couples plan together, they succeed together. But when you plan alone, you can't succeed alone. That is why you're two in one. That is why you do it.
Yeah,
two
two
things in
heads
one
are
hand.
better than
So that is
one.
when this one brings I bring my head. You say this. Maybe what my wife may say may be something that will benefit the family. Maybe I may go to that direction. Not that I'm trying to follow it, but that thing may benefit the family. So financial issue is important. I'm talking to my viewers here. Talk to your wife. It's not bad that you sit down with your wife, analyze how you want to strategize your planning. If you explain, your wife say this, you say this, and you work together as a team. Remember, marriage is a teamwork. And financial issue also is a teamwork. Whatever thing you're doing, both the communication is also a teamwork. And all the things we have discussed so far is teamwork. So when you do things together, you see the success as it unfolds.
Thank you
Exactly.
very much. So please, couples out there, just know that building a strong financial household or a strong financial base has to do with the two partners. It's a
Okay.
collective work, it's a teamwork. Not leaving it for your husband to do because he's a breadwinner. No, this is something you as a wife also needs to plan it with him to help him go to the right direction, because we ladies, we are the home builders, because
Mm,
Exactly.
behind any successful man there's a woman behind.
very true.
So you are the ones to help him know the direction he has to channel his finances into. Don't
Exactly.
always depend on him to do the running of all the house, NEPA bill, water bill, trash bill. Like,
All
no,
the
now,
bills.
yes, all the bills. No, as a lady, you also need to step up. Take, even if it's 20%, 10% of the bills you need to take up, do it and build your home to make it a strong place for you to sleep, wake up, and be proud of yourself that yes, you've achieved this through the help of God and through the help of your husband and yourself.
Definitely.
And there's another challenge that we, especially ladies, no, not even especially ladies, because I know I've had some couples of DM from like few guys saying that they were having these expectations of their wife when they were dating. There's this expectations they were having about her, feeling like she was going to be like this, she was going to be doing this. This is who they were expecting her to be. But after marriage, they discovered that half of those things they wanted her to do, she's not even
Doing
one
it.
third of what they expected her to be. So
Yeah.
these are like unrealistic
Expectations.
expectations.
Some of those expectations could actually be realistic, so to speak. But the
No,
funny,
like it's not wrong to have expectations of someone, but
yeah.
having unrealistic expectations, just like if you want to set a goal, set realistic goals. Don't set unrealistic goals. So
Okay,
that's how it is with
why I said
expectations.
those goals could be also realistic, but at the same times when they are not met, disappointment
Yeah,
now
sick.
comes inside. Okay, maybe you had someone that was gifting you when you were dating. You expect that in marriage, that's the opportunity for him to even gift you things
More
more.
things, yeah.
And now you are now married to this man, and he just all of a sudden it doesn't gift you things anymore. You just have to fend or buy those things for yourself. You won't call that unrealistic
Yeah, no, no,
expectations.
no. Those are fine.
So
Those are
there are
realistic ones.
expectations that are really realistic, and when you get into marriage, the both couples just feel so relaxed. And this thing boils down to the communication. When such things start
Yeah.
coming up, and you feel that this person is not meeting your expectation, there's nothing wrong that both of you sit down
And
and
talk
said,
about it.
yes, this is what I expected from you.
And this
how
how,
can we
yeah,
how
this,
can
okay,
we
let's
work
try
towards,
this way.
yes.
Maybe we can now get there.
Yeah.
That is why I always say this thing. Teamwork is very important.
Yeah.
When you have expectation, you're going in for someone, and that person attracts you, and you also attract the person. So when such expectation is not met, like what my wife has said here, it's important you sit down, analyze where you're gone wrong, and try to adjust so that you can move on to that relationship. Though sometimes the goals you can set in marriage, you can take it step by step. Shorter goal, longer goal.
Yeah.
So don't take longer goal to replace shorter goals. So that is the expectation we're talking about. When we do this, you see that everything moves smoothly.
Yeah.
And even while you are dating, all these challenges that tends to come up in marriage, those are the little things we tend to overlook. We just
Yeah.
feel that finances, he already knows he's the head of the family, so he's going to be giving me money.
Yeah.
He will pay the bills, he will pay the children. No, you need to still talk about it. All this, the expectations you're having of him, tell him, babe, after we get married, I really want us to do like this, or want us to do that. I hope you can do it. And if it's something achievable, he's going to tell you that yes, these are things I can achieve, which are realistic
Very true.
expectations.
Very
Don't
true.
just assume in your head
That's
I'm going to marry and
yes,
said
I feel that
he's going to
because
do
one
it.
home is different from another home.
Yeah.
Yeah, what
What
this
works
husband is doing for this wife doesn't mean that your own husband will be
must
doing
do
it
it,
for
he
you,
must
or
even do it for you. Yeah.
must do it for you. Yes. And also, when we talk about unrealistic or even realistic expectations, Another aspect of that still comes down to the sex life. Some men expect their wife to act in a certain way during sexual intercourse. It is still not out of place if they discuss about it. Either while they are dating, if the wife can be able to do those things he feels in his head he wants to do during marriage, they can discuss those things. I remember in a group where this discussion once came up, and they were talking about oral sex and stuff like that. To some people, though, that aspect is dirty. They don't feel
Yeah.
comfortable with it.
Doing it,
While
yeah.
other couples see it as something that it is a must.
In
So
their
yes, in their marriage.
marriage, yeah.
So before tying the knot, why not discuss these things so that it doesn't bring a strain on your marriage?
So don't think every topic or every challenges is something little. It's not little.
No,
Because when
no,
you
no,
start
it's not
experiencing it, when it eats you, that's when you know, I wish I knew. I would have discussed about this. I wish I knew. I wouldn't have married this man. I wish I knew. I wouldn't have married this lady. No.
Talking about something just came into my mind
Okay.
when I was just talking about the oral sex of a matter. Do you also know that there are those that enjoy kissing? If you don't know how to kiss, some ladies will not get married to you,
Yeah,
or
it's a
some
turn
men
off.
will not.
It's a big
Yes, it's a
turn
turn
off.
off. And there are those that are comfortable in a marriage without kissing. So there are little things that
Need to
we tend
discuss
to overlook. And
before you
yes,
guys
yes,
settle down,
yes,
tidy
yes.
knot. Because once you tie the knot,
Yeah, that's very true. Little
Mhm.
things can spoil a lot of things if you are not careful. That's why if you, the little things are cropping up, try to address it before entering. Remember, marriage is marriage is something that when you enter, you can't go out again. No.
yeah.
You can actually
You
go
can't
out.
go out.
The
No.
society we are living
No,
in
no.
now, people go
When
out.
the way God created marriage is not for you to go
Yeah,
in
it
and go
wasn't
out.
supposed for it,
So
it wasn't
forget
supposed
about
to
it.
be
Meant-
meant for us to go in
Yeah,
and
And
come
go
out.
out.
But with the society,
yes.
that's why we're trying to like address
Yes.
this issue so that we can have limited numbers
Yes.
of people going
Yes,
out.
because people
of
people no
marriages.
longer go out with the ideology that the marriage is a lifetime
Yeah,
something.
commitment.
If they meet little challenges, before you know, they opt out of the marriage.
Which is
I'm
not
not
good.
saying I
And
support it, but it doesn't mean that
that's the society we are
they
And
living
it's
in.
very
they
So
can't
important
opt
too.
out.
it's
It's
something
very,
we
very
can't. It's an
important,
undeniable
vital,
fact.
very important, vital too. Because when you're making vow, maybe you may deceive people, but you cannot deceive the creator of marriage. So that's why I said for some people it's normal thing, but for us it's a serious something. So when you notice all these loopholes that's cropping in your relationship when you're dating, and you know you cannot withstand it in marriage, address it at the moment. Don't allow it. Say, okay, after I marriage, I will change such things. You cannot change yourself. Talk less of changing somebody else.
Someone else. So the person has
Try
to change willingly.
yes, and this change comes sincerely from the heart. If you force somebody to change, the person change and enter marriage, he will show you the real color.
The person won't even change. The
so-
person will be pretending to have changed.
So
not
that
even
is
change.
dangerous. That is very
Pretend.
dangerous.
Yeah.
So it's very dangerous. It's better that you marry somebody that love you for who you are than for somebody to marry you because they want to marry and pretend to be that
Yeah,
person.
because they want to please you just because you
And
wanted
so-
them to be this person that they are not.
Very
It's
true.
just for us when we are looking for our partners, we just need to be contented or be satisfied with this person's attitude that we're getting married
Very
to.
true.
We shouldn't meet A and expect B to now become Z. It's better we just leave the person and go and meet the one we feel has these qualities we need.
Just as you are saying, I just remember something right
Okay.
now. Talking about meeting A and wanting A to be like B.
Yeah.
There's something that most marriage couples, especially the men, I'm not gender biased or anything, but male usually do this.
No,
you
a
meet
lot.
you meet a
95% of
lady while
guys
you
are
are
like
dating
that.
a lady.
Yeah, it's true.
While you are dating a lady, she wears makeup, and all of a sudden you are married to her and you start telling her that you don't
She
want
don't
her to
wear
wear
makeup.
makeup. Are you okay?
Baba, from where to
From where to where? Didn't you
So-
see the ones that are not doing makeup? Like,
Why
I
not
don't
just
get it.
you can't
Oh,
pick an apple.
exactly.
You can't pick an apple and expect this apple to now shrink and become banana.
It doesn't happen.
You know that
way.
this apple is chubby, it's fat and
So
round.
you
So
go
just
for
stick
your
to the
spare
apple
cry
or
from
go to
when-
banana or
when
go to
you start
plantain.
dating.
If I may
That's
ask,
you.
if I may ask,
Yeah.
why is the person looking for something and now the thing is not change? You say you don't want this thing. That means the person doesn't know what he wants. Some men sometimes they don't know what they like.
Of
They
course,
should
no,
settle with
so-
yeah,
themselves.
they really don't. Some men
So,
out there don't really
Please,
know
my
what
viewers,
they like. Yeah.
especially men, if you like somebody, like the person for who the person is.
Because when you think that you
Because when
get
that thing
into
change
marriage and
again
you
now,
change the
you change the
person,
person,
the
it
person
if you
doesn't
like
can
work
somebody
just
that
that
change.
is
It doesn't
choppy,
work that
please
way.
work with the choppy person. Not be tomorrow now, if you don't born, you can't string. You say, you don't fat again. Wetin happen now? No. Work according to what you see. That is
and
very
also have a open mind that changes could happen.
The only constant thing in this life is what, please?
It's change.
It's
It's
change.
change.
It's
So
change.
it's only a dull person or a dumb person that will
stick
see
to.
change and fail or refuse to accept the fact that something can actually
Yeah.
Very true.
change,
Very true.
either
Yeah.
for the better or for the worst.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and we still need to understand that no marriage is perfect.
Definitely.
There are ups and downs in marriages.
Yeah.
Don't compare your marriage to anybody's marriage.
Yes.
Because just because they are
No
living, they are
comparing,
smiling,
nobody
doesn't mean they don't have
shaming,
their challenges.
no, domestic violence does not only come with physical,
Beating, yeah. There's also verbal
yes,
abuse
there's
in
verbal
yeah, in
abuse that
marriages.
is very, even
Very
it
brutal
leaves a lasting impression
on their
your
hearts,
spouse.
yeah.
Yes. So
like my wife said, I experienced this for one couple. The man is providing very well for his family, but if they come outside, you go think say na them be the best marriage. I was surprised. I was privileged to be in their discussion. One of the things that caused is that the woman, everything in the household, you must wait for the husband to bring the money first before you do it. And the woman is working. He has his own shop, school fees the husband pays, house rent, everything. Even Maggie that they will use for cooking, he wait till husband bring it. So
and all these things is still things that people
I
overlook.
was surprised because that I was single. Assuming I look at their lifestyle, I wouldn't have gotten married. But why we are doing this is just to encourage you to see the positive aspect of marriage.
Of marriage, because
So,
marriage is a
it's not
beautiful
perfect.
place as
Yeah,
long
it's
as you
perfect
can.
people.
but
As long as you can overcome
there's
the
something I
challenges
still
in
want to
marriage.
say about what he said.
Okay.
As we mentioned earlier, what works for this household might not work for this household.
Yeah.
There might be a household that the man is comfortable providing down to
Maggie.
There's still household that the man don't want to provide everything
Not
down to
exactly.
Maggie.
down to Maggie.
So you can't start telling
So
him, is
you-
it not Nkechi or
The
husband that is providing Maggie? No. Because
so
he also
just
expects you
know
to
what
provide
works
Maggie
for
for the house
for
as
your
well.
family.
Yeah, and work with that.
it.
And when you do that, you will see the results.
Of
Very
course,
very amazing.
positive
results.
outlook, yeah, positive environment. And do you know that even little thing as household chores usually bring big problem in the house?
Very true.
Definitely.
Very true.
Because many people might just see it like especially we Africans, we already believe that household chores
Should
is
be
for
for the women.
yes.
It doesn't go
But
that
there
way.
is still some women that appreciate their partners doing
Definitely,
as
I
little as
do.
picking this glass to the kitchen. And when you
Even
do that,
saying
there will be peace.
saying thank you after eating.
Yeah.
Because even though you are the one that provided the money, she was the one that prepared the food. Took her the strength, the
like
energy,
some
the time.
food takes
and
2 hours
Very
to
true.
prepare. Some
To-
food
to
takes 2
prepare.
hours to
Very true.
prepare.
But we
So
too
you
also-
don't
we
just
need to-
finish
we need to
eating
also
and
understand
just
the aspect on
end.
this. That some people depend on the background they are nurtured.
That's why I said you are.
And
This is
the
your
background,
house. Forget your background. This is your own house. You need to. You are building.
Yeah. I'm saying my
Bring
own house, my own home now.
Okay.
I decide because that is my nature. You cannot change it for me.
Okay.
My home is my home. I will take care of my
Do you
home.
always
course.
remember to
You
say
understand? I
thank
don't-
you immediately after
After
eating?
eating.
Yes, I do.
Ah,
Yes, I do.
he doesn't always
Yes, I do.
remember. I have
Yes,
to
I do.
remind him sometimes to say thank you. I will not.
Anyway,
no,
sometimes because of what they for my head, you understand? We usually
Wetin dey for
forget.
man head.
At
sometimes.
least for the first day in my head, you can't chop this
You
kind
can't
of
chop this kind
meal.
sweet food.
Ah, it should
No,
bring you
she-
back home
she-
and said,
She's
babe,
really
thanks.
doing well. That sometimes the way I express my thank you is different from the way other people express my thank you.
It's alright.
So how do you
I
express
did
your
another-
thank
by
you?
cleaning the
Alright.
home.
Give us little insights.
Yes, I clean
Let's
my
I
home.
want my
sparkle
thank
again.
you. I want my thank you
I do
after
everything
eating.
that will be easier for her to prepare such meal
I
for
want
me.
my thank
Okay.
you.
And that's the way I
so-
express my thank you too.
So please, couples, just because you're doing the household chores, most of them shows respect for your partner, and you also love your partner. It doesn't mean that you are little, or should I say less of a man. No, it doesn't mean you're a man rapper or you're less of a man. It only shows that you appreciate your partner and you love your partner and you also respect her for it to even help in the household chore. Because at the end of the day, you both are the ones
But to
living
be
there.
honestly, if your household is dirty, that means you're a dirty person.
Even you as the man
So
that wants your
imagine,
wife to clean, if the day she said she's not cleaning,
because when
and
you were
you too you
single,
don't clean, that means you are dirty.
when you were single, you were
You
doing
were
the
doing all those
so
things.
and now you're in your own house that you pay rent and you
Like
don't want
this
to
your
clean it.
family, you don't want
It
your
doesn't
family
make
to
sense.
live
I
in a
don't see it
healthy
as
environment.
I don't see it as a challenge.
Mhm.
For some people, they feel that if you are doing a woman rapper, me, I like cleaning my home. It's my home. It's not my wife's home. It's our home. So if cleaning it is important to me because I like my place to be clean. So if I do it, I'm not doing it because it's a responsibility of a man to do it. I'm doing it because of the love. Because my home is clean, my family will live healthy.
Of course,
So
and
for the way I
less
see
money
it,
for the
yes.
doctors, you know.
And
Yeah.
I'm very happy with God's grace that my wife have not been sick like that because the home is clean. Is that not true, babe?
It's true, babe.
Kudos to that. Please keep it up. Keep taking care of
We
your
will.
wife.
Yes, so
Yeah. So and also we have like little solutions that can actually help strengthen the marriage. Because now we've talked about the challenge, we've also talked of how to settle it. So we still need something outside the challenge. Usually, going out with your wife, it doesn't mean you have thousands of naira in your bank account. No.
Definitely.
Even with your 500 naira,
Yes, it
you
could
can
be
just
a
take
little
a
sit
stroll.
out.
Yeah,
Yes,
take a
a little
stroll,
stroll.
go to an open park, buy a bottle of water, sit down there, drink while you are gisting, remembering the good old days, or plan how you want your marital life to be,
Definitely.
and what not. It doesn't mean you must spend. If you also have the money, you want to take her to dinner, there's still nothing stopping you from going to dinner.
Definitely.
Buy her dress. If you have the money, buy her a nice dress. If you don't have the money, you can still like go to her wardrobe, pick one fine dress, give it to the laundry, please iron it, put it in a box, come and surprise her.
Surprise it
Come and surprise her.
Actually, that's a very
Yes,
good idea.
yeah. You get, you mustn't buy new one, but
That's
from
good.
what she has in the wardrobe, just check, take it to the laundry, buy a box. Please help me wrap it once you finish doing all these things. And you have it. So little things also spices up the marriage.
Yes, like you
Don't
said,
think you
these
need money.
little things taken out help you to even strengthen your bond more.
Of course,
And
it
draw more
brings both
closer
of you
to
closer.
You will also know when you have issue, you address it, and in a good serenity like that, will help the marriage to continue growing, and your love will keep burning. It's a good idea.
Thank you very much. So we are coming to the end of the segment today. Please, points we need to take home. No matter how little you have, take your wife out. Even if you can't even take her out, go for a stroll. Go for a stroll. You mustn't go far. Just take a stroll within the estate or within your street. You can also refurbish a gown, take it to laundry, they repackage it for you. You bring it back home, surprise her, surprise. You can also enter the kitchen, prepare noodles and egg, buy coke, pour it in your wine glass.
Wine glass.
Use it. Nobody knows what is happening. Just the love that matters.
Exactly.
Communicate.
Very true.
Communicate. If during intimacy you don't like the way your partner expresses himself during your intimate moments, discuss it. You can just be discussing it over a glass of water. Babe, let's discuss it. I don't like the way you usually express yourself during sex in the room. Okay, can you try being a little more loving, a little more this, or can you like try something else? These are things you
Yes,
need to discuss.
you don't give up on your sex
Yeah,
life
you
because you
can't.
have like forever to
To
continue
continue.
learning
So you
and
just
keep
need to keep spicing
improving
up your sex
and
life
stuff.
here and there. Finances, don't always wait for your husband to provide all the money. As wives, let's support, let's bring the little we can. Even if it's 5% you can do out of the 100%, do it, and your husband will appreciate you. So
Exactly.
these are just the little reminders we have for ourselves today. Please don't forget, subscribe to our YouTube channel at Tea with Blinks Talk Show. Also on our Instagram at Tea with Blinks Talk Show. TikTok, Facebook. Please follow us, share, comment, and let's have your view.
Exactly.
Bye.
Bye.